All right, what's up, people? How you guys doing? I wanted to get this video out because they just opened community opt-ins for the Dragon Ball Fighters World Championship, meaning that anyone from anywhere can run an online tournament and then have their tournament actually count for points towards the World Championship, which is an amazing opportunity for both TOs and players alike. However, to participate in the World Championship, there's a few steps that you have to go through. So I figured I would make a quick video just kind of going over what you need to do if you want to actually participate and rack up points in the World Championship. So this is going to be a quick video. So first of all, you need to visit their official esports portal. Okay, this is the link, but I will post it in the description. I'll link everything that you need to click down in the description, so don't even worry about that. But this is their official new esports portal. Pretty much everything that you do is going to be through there and or Smash GG. Those are like the two main sites that you're going to be using to register for events, and it is also where you keep track of the leaderboard. So whenever people start getting points, you can see who has how many, or like what events that they entered. All that stuff is going to be posted here. So you come to their esports portal and you will notice that the first big blue button that you see says new registration or login via Twitter. Turns out that if you want to participate, yes, you actually do need a Twitter. So if you do not have a Twitter already, you need to go to twitter.com, create a Twitter. Yes, it is required. There's no way around it. They absolutely require you to have a Twitter in order to play in the World Championship and rack up points. So if you do not have a Twitter already, you need to go and make one right now, and that should be very, very easy. You don't have to it doesn't have to be the most complicated thing in the world. You can make a really vague one that doesn't have personal information or whatever. I recommend Twitter is a pretty nasty place, so you don't want to stick around. I don't blame you, but you do need one in order to do this. Okay, once you make a Twitter, you need to go back to the esports portal, which is in the wrong place. Okay. And you want to click new registration or login via Twitter. Now I am going to, it's going to ask you for your date of birth, right? Put that in. It actually doesn't even matter what you do want to be honest during this, but I already have one made, so I don't really need to do this. Okay, you agree to their terms and services. Of course, you can read that if you want to, and then you continue with your account creation, and I will show you guys what it looks like when you have logged in, because I already have my account made and everything like that, so I don't have to go through this again. So this is what it looks like whenever you're logged in. It's gonna ask you for like some really basic information. It's gonna ask you for your name and your gamer tag, or the tag that you go by, right? And then, okay, after all of that is said and done, what you're gonna want to do is it's going to have a place for current leagues and tours. Now this is where things get a little bit confusing for people. So in case you guys don't know, the World Championships is broken down into a bunch of different regions, and because for the online opt-in challenges, of course, most of these are going to be net play, so they want to limit as best as they can. So you will only be able to enter tournaments within the region that you register for. So the regional leaderboard that you pick, that is the only one that you're going to be able to enter events for. You can't enter events from the West and also events from the East and events from Mexico, right? You get to pick your region and you're locked in. You're either playing all East, all West, all Europe, or whatever. So you can only enter one. So this step is actually pretty important. What you want to do is come down to where it says current leagues and tours. You're going to click the register button, and then you will click Tenkaichi Online Challenge, because that's what we're talking about here today. And then it'll give you all these options. As you can see, there are 11 arenas: Japan, all the Europes, USA, East and West, Brazil, Mexico, Australia, and the Middle East. So you want to go and select the arena that is, most well suited to where you're at. And it actually gives you like a little info tab here. This tells you exactly what regions are considered what. So like if you zoom in, it'll tell you what states, if you're in the United States, what states, if you're in Europe, what countries are designated to what zone. right? So all that information is there for you. I will say that they are missing some states. For the United States, like some stuff is just missing. Just use your best judgment, because I know like Florida actually isn't on this list at all. I think they just forgot. Missouri is also not on this list at all. So, but both of those I'm pretty sure would align with the USA East region. So just like I said, use your best judgment. It's not a big deal. So you want to go and click the region, right? So in my case, I'm US East, so I'm Pennsylvania, right? It'll ask you like 3 times. Are you absolutely sure that this is the region that you want to register to? So make sure that it's the right region, and then go ahead and confirm. And then on this page, you're pretty much done. That is what you need to do. You need to make a profile, you need to register to your region, and then once you are done with that, you can do pretty much everything else on SmashGG. So we'll go to SmashGG. So the first thing you need to do on SmashGG is connect your Twitter, the Twitter account that you made, to your SmashGG account. How do you do that? Okay, come to SmashGG, you log in, you click the profile settings in the bottom left-hand corner, like so. Okay, and then now you can click on your name, and you can see this place where it says social connections. You want to click edit connections, and right here, this is what you want to do. Twitter, connect. Gonna ask you, do you want to connect? Boom, connected. Twitter to SmashGG. Boom. Don't need to do anything else with Twitter connection. Now here comes the fun part. Now that you've connected your Twitter to your SmashGG, now you can do the fun part, which is to go to the leak page on SmashGG, which I will also link. Like I said, all the links that I'm talking about I will link down here. So in my case, I am registered for North America, right? North America East. So this is the league page, and this is actually a really important page because if you're out there and you do not know like when events are, or like what events are going to count for points towards the tour, you'll actually be able to find everything here. So as you can see, scroll down, it gives you actually instruction guides, right? If you're a player, how to do everything, which is what I'm going over here. What you want to do is click view schedule, and it'll give you an event schedule. And this is the page where it'll show you all the events that are eligible for points and what you can play in, right? So as of now, there's only the official online master challenge, which is run by Bandai, and my event, Wumpa Warriors. I did all my registrations and stuff super early, so I'm already eligible for Wumpa Warriors to get points. But as you can see, these are the only 2 tournaments on the page at the moment, because these are the only people that have submitted their tournaments for approval and actually gotten that approval. But this is where you will be able to find all of the events that are eligible for points. So if you are a tournament grinder, you just want to grind it out and try to get as many points as possible, this page is going to be very, very important for you. And which page you want to use corresponds to, of course, what region you're in. So this is the North America East schedule. There are also schedule pages down here, right, for any region. All arena link. So if you're in Japan, you want to click the Japan link, and then you do the same exact thing that I talked before, right? Same thing, just really depends on where you're at. And that is pretty much all you need to do from there. You find the event that you want to enter, and then you will want to register for the tournament, of course. In case you are unfamiliar with how to register for tournaments on SmashGG, it's very simple. All you want to do is click the tournament link, click the register now button. You go through, fill out all the information that you need. Now tournament organizers will be region restricting their tournaments, so only to make sure that you can only enter events that are within your region. And that's also really important because you can only gain points from events that are within your own region. So you want to pay attention and make sure you're signing up for the right stuff, or else you risk getting disqualified. Go ahead and you fill out all your information and whatnot. You want to click continue, and then you finish your registration through SmashGG, playing your tournament. And then depending on how large the tournament is, determines how many points you can receive. So as you can see here, I will zoom in a little bit for you guys. And this is actually my tournament page, so it's cool that I get to use this as an example for you guys. But as you can see, as the number of entrants in the tournament goes up, you can gain more and more points, starting with 16 points or 16 players, all the way up to 64 plus. Now 64 plus is the max that a non-official tournament can get, because of course this is the Tenkaichi Online Master Challenge, which is the official Bandai event. That is going to be the worth the absolute most points, but there's only one of those per region. There's only one online Master Challenge per event, per region. So 200 points is the max for that. But other than that, the community opt-in tournaments, they're gonna max out at 100 points for first place, and then of course, you know, decreasing for other placements. So you can really get a ton of points by just grinding in online events, and I feel like there will be a good amount of people that actually choose to take that route. So definitely make sure that you follow the instructions in this video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I just wanted to get this out for players as soon as possible. And then next, I want to talk real quick about, you know, if you're a tournament organizer, right? If you're a tournament organizer and you want your event to be a part of the, you know, the World Championships as well, how can you opt in and get that good to go? But this is pretty much the end of the section for the players. Like I said, just follow those instructions and you guys will be good to go. Won't have to worry about jumping in through any hoops. I will say one last thing: you should enter their Discord. They have an official World Championship Discord. Once again, I'll leave that in the description below. But yeah, so we're going to talk about the tournament organizer side of things from now on. So in terms of opting in, what tournaments are eligible for the World Championships? Well, has to be an online event, has to be 1v1, of course, standard tournament protocol. Now they do have opportunities for both PC and PS4, right? So it's not exclusive to one platform. You can run on console as long as it's PC or PS4. You can't run, sorry, Xbox people. It has to be streamed, right? That is very, very important part of this. It must be streamed, and it has to be run by a community entity. So what that means is it has to be run by, you know, a grassroots TO. It can't be run by an official corporation. So like Pepsi can't come in and run you know, a community event and have it opted in for the World Championship. It has to be, you know, a guy like me or you that is, you know, in the community and just running things. So how do you get a tournament registered? Okay, so this is actually gonna be not that difficult. So what you want to do is the same steps that I used for the players, where you register to a region and everything, you need to do that as well. So if you're watching this video, you did not watch the player section where I talked about going to their official esports portal and registering to your, you know, registering your profile and to your region, you need to do that. You need to do that because both TOs and players are required to take that step. So once you're done with that, you want to come to SmashGG's front page. You want to click the Organize Event button. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can create events on SmashGG. I'll be taking the easiest route just because I already have like tournament skeletons pretty much made. Now, you can create a tournament from scratch, right? You can go in, enter, you know, super amazing DBFZ event, right? You put in your contact information, you put in your start dates and everything, right? And you create your tournament. Now, I'm going to be showing you guys, since I'm actually going to be making a tournament. So you can see here, I'm putting Wampa Warriors Cloud Edition. Number XIV. They're actually, this is after the next one, it would be, oh, wow, 39. So Wampa Warriors 39, right? You can put in Discord contact information, which is what I am going to do. And you put in your start date. So I already made the one for this weekend, so I'm going to be making one for next weekend just to show you guys exactly what needs to be done. Set my start time, which is 3 p.m. Put my end time, which doesn't actually matter all that much, but just provides, you know, general information for the people playing in your tournaments. So, and then, so if you have a tournament in the past that you've run, you can actually clone, you can clone settings from previous tournaments. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to clone it from my next upcoming Dragon Ball event. So that robot, it's going to do you with Capacha. Select all the taxis, create tournament. Gonna take a minute or two here. Okay, and once it's cloned everything, you need to go through the tabs. If you're not familiar with how to create a tournament on Smash GG, there's an article that has everything that you need to set up. I'll leave that in the description as well. But you need to go through all your tabs and whatnot. Actually, you know what? Let's just show you guys. So, what do you need to do for a tournament on Smash GG? You need to make sure all your details are set, right? So you have your title, you have your date. You actually, even though it's an online event, you do need to select the venue address. And what I suggest for this is just putting your zip code. So you put the zip code for where you are located, and that's how they use to verify that the tournament that you are running is actually in the region that you registered to. So mine is you know, US East. So I just selected a US East zip code, put it in this, click save. And you know, that verifies it. Now that doesn't actually end up mattering like where you put, because it's just for verification purposes. Of course, this is all online. It's not gonna matter all that much, but important steps, right? So you finish the details. What you want to do is go to events, and you want to click create event. You want to go to Dragon Ball Fighters, of course. Okay, then you select your platform, right? So my tournament to run on PC. You click continue. So I'm gonna pick standard here, standard 1v1 online event. Make sure you have online selected. This is very important. Make sure that you have online selected. Okay. From there, you give it a name. Most people are just gonna use DBFZ singles, right? You can set a player cap if you want to. Most of you guys are going to be running on, you know, net play. You can run an uncapped tournament if you want, but if you feel like it's too much to handle, you could like limit it to, you know, 64 players or whatever you want to do. It's completely up to you. Smash GG is completely customizable, so you kind of just do the things that you want to do. So you set all your settings, you click submit and publish, and boom, right? So now I have two events. This is my actual event that I'm going to be using, and this is the test event that I'm going to be using. From there, you're going to go to your registration settings. Make sure that you have your registration end date set up and whatnot, so you don't have people, you know, registering for the tournament, you know, 2 seconds before it begins and whatnot. And at this point, once you set up everything, in your event in your registration settings tab, you should get an email that says your event is eligible to enter, you know, apply to the league, Dragon Ball Fighters World Championship. Now, there's still some more stuff that you need to do. You need to come down to your attendee details, require country, state, limit by location. And then once you select limit by location, you click restrict by state, as you see I have selected here. And then in this box, you want to select all the states that are eligible to play in your tournament, which like I said, there's an image that tells you exactly what you know, what states and what countries are allowed to participate and what regions event. But as you can see, I went through and selected all of the states that are eligible to play in the US East division, and you save that, and then you're good from there. And then the last thing that you need to do is have something like this, where this is a custom registration field, right? Custom fields. And something that tells people that they need to connect their Twitter to Smash GG and the esports portal that we talked about earlier, right? This is a required step. You need to make sure that you notify your attendees that if they want to receive points, they need to connect their Twitter to those platforms, or else they will be ineligible for points, and it kind of defeats the purpose. So make sure you do that. Go ahead and click save, and you can test your own registration as well. All you need to do is once you open your registration, you just go ahead and click the register now thing yourself, and right, and this you'll be able to see exactly what things look like during registration. You use that to check to make sure all your settings are correct. So yeah, I'm like, yep, okay, it's free to enter, price like singles, all that stuff, location information, good. That's actually funny. It's an old address. Add me on Parsec, right? So I run my tournaments through Parsec, so I have a little bit of extra stuff here. But all you really need is this stuff, right? You don't need to do the follow on Twitch or Discord for that matter. Just, you know, stuff I do for my tournaments. So once you have all of those settings created, it will give you a notification that says, hey, your event is eligible to enter the World Championship League. Okay, now from there, this is actually pretty important. Because this is actually exactly where you're going to be applying for things. So you want to come to the World Championship page. It actually, this is there we go. All standings. Actually, I messed up. Let me grab this real quick. It's actually in the email. They will email you. Apply. Yeah. There we go. There. Okay, so it'll bring you to this page, the Dragon Ball FighterZ World Championship. This is the overall league page that like kind of consolidates everything, right? It'll say you have 3 eligible events, right? You click apply for league. You select the event that you want to apply for in terms of, you know, your event, which one you want to apply to the league, right? So in this case, this would be this one, 39. Click continue. Click your sub league, so make sure you register it to the region that you selected before, the North America East in my case. Click continue. You acknowledge that you read and agreed to Smash GTOS, and then you click submit. Submit application, and then it'll take a short amount of time. They have a team of people that is approving, you know, applications and whatnot. You just do that. They should reach out to you with more information if you need to change things up on your tournament page, or if everything is good to go, it'll just get accepted, and then you will be displayed on your league's page, like I talked about earlier. So you will, once you're approved, you will appear on this page that shows you all the events that are eligible, and yeah, from there you are good to go to run your, you know, your online Tenkaichi Challenge event. That is pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. So like I said, there was a lot of information that I went over in this video. Please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe. Of course, if you have any questions, please leave a comment asking me, you know, what you need to do or whatever. There are 2 tutorials that they put out explicitly for players and TOs. I will link those both along with all the other, you know, sites and information that I laid out earlier. But that is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and good luck out there. Everyone's gonna be going crazy, you know, entering these events, trying to get world championship points, and I hope to see some of you, you know, in the regional finals, because you know, you can qualify for the offline invitationals by winning enough points. So, you know, who knows, maybe we'll run into each other out there. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take it easy. See you next time.